Hello everybody, my name is Gabby. Welcome back to another video. Today we are doing a digital clean out desktop version. When I expand all this stuff, it's actually just ridiculous. So today we're going to do up my Notion and make it like really nice and proper. Surely if I put stuff on the actual desktop, it'll just look better, right? I'm supposed to drop a subject and I haven't done that yet. Everything works and everything's organized, which I love. I think I figured it out, and I think I figured it out, I just googled it. So today is a digital clean out but for the desktop, because last time I did my phone clean out for 2025 and a big nice reset, but for my laptop I literally never touched it. And I don't know if you've seen my laptop, but it is in a dire state. Like, the inside is actually messed. It is so full. It is really running out of space and it needs to be decluttered ASAP. So let's start by cleaning everything out because she's in desperate need of it. Okay, so as you can see, this is my current desktop. It doesn't look too bad, but when I go ahead and look at the storage, ooh, that's not, it's not the worst, honestly, having that much storage, but it's not the best it's ever been or slash could be. So let's make it clean. And also when I expand all this stuff, it's actually just ridiculous. Look at this. This is probably the worst. So I've got a lot of screenshots, as you can see, probably as you can expect. Probably as you can expect, because I'm taking screenshots to make thumbnails. That's my number one biggest culprit. That, look at her, she's just everywhere. So I'm just gonna delete a lot of these things because I don't need them anymore. So let's go through and delete the stuff that I don't need off my desktop. They're at my desktop first, and then we're gonna go through each of the folders to make sure everything's clean. So let me do that. So here, these are screen grabs from the movie that we made. Okay, so I just went through and I cleared out my whole desktop. I moved everything into the right folders and tried to delete the things that I just didn't need anymore. I tried not to hold on to too much stuff, and then I just tried to organize it so I could optimize my space. So this is what it looks like right now. You can see the before and after is different. Instead of having 1,000 different things laying all over my desktop, we have 3 folders, which is great: personal, YouTube, and school. And then I've got one which is just my portable hard drive, which is just where everything's going. I'm gonna switch up the desktop background just because I want to. So I'm gonna see what it looks like to make it my bingo card and see if I like it, because I think setting it as my bingo card would make it a very good reminder of what I'm trying to achieve. I kind of don't like it. I'm actually gonna see if I want to change my background to something slightly different. Okay, so I'm on Canva now and I'm seeing some really cool desktop things that I can design. So let's make one together. So I like this one, and I also kind of like that one. I like this one because it's pink, but it might be a bit much. So let me have a look. This is kind of eating, but it's a bit much. So let me just simplify this. So I'm thinking a nice light pink background, and I love the flowers, but I feel like it's a bit much. I might just make them smaller. So we'll change this one into a 2 organized pile, so I can just dump things here. Okay, so I've done some finagling, and this is basically where we're at. I've got 2 options. So I've got this one, which is a little bit more childish and it's fun in the kiddie way. And then I've also got this one, which is a little bit more businesswoman. So I've got 2 options. I'm gonna add them on to my desktop, see what feels right. Because one looks right, but the other one feels right. So let's just put it on and have a look. So I'm gonna download both of them, and then we're gonna have a look and see how she goes. But in both sections, I put a to-do section, a work section, one section for my folders, and then I've also just got a section for the dump. It's things that need to be organized still, but they're not yet, so just put everything out there. This one's cute, not bad. I don't know why it doesn't fit properly, but cool. And then let me try the other one and see how we feel about that. Ooh, yeah, this one's boring. There's no in between. Let's just put stuff on and see how I feel about that. Because surely if I put stuff on the actual desktop, it'll just look better, right? Right? Guys, how do you add a shortcut? What? Am I stupid? I think I figured it out, and I think I figured it out, I just googled it. So let's see if this works now. But I think if all I have to do is be in here There you go. There you go. It wasn't my first instinct, I won't lie. Unfortunately, it's ugly, so I think I'm gonna customize some sort of logos for that too, because I don't like that it's ugly, but it must be there. Just ignore that it says folders and I put Spotify there. It doesn't matter, I just like to use Spotify. And then the sticky notes, I need to clean this out. Look at that. I'm gonna put my goals in here. I didn't like having them just like smack on the front page, but I do like having somewhere to see them, and I think if I put in a sticky note, I can hide it, but I can also see it again when I need to, so I'm gonna put it there. I need to get some cute icons, so we're gonna download some icons for Paint Preview and Zoom. So I'm gonna go on Pinterest. Let's look for one for Paint first. Pinterest is not giving me a lot of luck. I like that one. I like this one, but why is it not a PNG? Bro, that's actually like my biggest thing. It's like, why is it just not PNG? That's so cute. Oh my gosh. Why can't it be a PNG? I don't know if you guys remember like when we used to do these customization things as a kid, and we used to get this thing called like Coco PPA, like customize our desktops and stuff. This is what it reminds me of. The incessant, really long search for an icon that's actually nice and is actually a PNG. I'm like this close to just making all of them Miffy. We're making them all Miffy because like I'm over it. You had your chance. I'm over it now. First of all, Spotify is getting turned into a Miffy with really cute headphones. Ta-da! Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. Look at that. Let's make Paint that one, because she's literally like holding paintbrushes. I feel like that's just correct, you know? Well, she's small, but at least she's working. Okay, and then Zoom. That's funny. Zoom can be this one. It has absolutely no relevance to the fact that Zoom is a video conferencing thing, but let's just say Zoom is probably one of the better ones, and this one has a number 1 on the shirt, so that's how I will justify that. Let's make Preview pink one, and then Notion looks like an odd one out, so now I will make her the bunny. Aw, that is so cute. Ba-boom. There you go. 100% Miffy on there. Let's see, do I want the other desktop background? You know what, I'll go with that one. This one is a little bit more interesting, but this is what it looks like right now. And it's kind of fun, it's cutesy. Alright, so this is the desktop. It is clean, she is sorted out. I'm loving it, looking so much better than before. So now I've got that. Everything works and everything's organized, which I love. Let's set up our little Notion thing. Alright, so to set up our Notion, I'm just gonna launch it. This is my work schedule right now. I've got a web page that looks like this, and this is super outdated. I think this is my newer one, and this is linked to my work schedule, which is this. So not super optimized, I wouldn't say, for anything. But I'm gonna create a new page for uni, and I'm just gonna set it all up. Alright, so this is basically my school thing. So this is what it looks like at the moment. You can see the last due dates were from 2023 in February, which tells you that it was like 2 years. I'm gonna create a new page with all my like subject, get this show on the road. Alright, so basically I have here the subject and then obviously the class times and everything. And I'm gonna input all my assessment schedule stuff, because I think sorting out your academic calendar, one of the big things is to note down what days everything is due and like your assessments to know beforehand, so you can plan the rest of your months accordingly. So I'm just gonna do that, and then I'm also going to, I linked everything, all my course info last time, so I'm probably gonna do that again just so that I have an easy way to access it. So I'm gonna do this for the 2 subjects. I'm supposed to drop a subject and I haven't done that yet. I will only set up for the 2 subjects because this is really pushing me to like stick to my word and be like, yep, you are doing 2 subjects as opposed to the regular 3. So I finished figuring everything out, so now let me show you my Notion setup page for school. So when you open Notion, which is the scraggly looking Miffy, you get onto the live page. So this is like the home page. You can see this is the calendar. That's what I put all my stuff in. Like I have like events going on, stuff that I need to like get done by a certain date, like due dates for school, whatever it is. It all goes into that calendar so I can visualize how much time I have until the thing is happening. And then there's like little tags on each. You can see it says incomplete, complete. Some of them are classes. Like you can see here, these are classes, just to like keep track of whether or not I've been. And then they're also web pages so that I can put in like little notes if I have any notes from the class. I do not take notes in Notion just because I like it all in Google Docs. I like it all in one doc. Okay, and then if you click at the school thing, this is what it looks like. It's got a little cover page and it's got a little quote. And then I've got my general to-do list up the top, and it just basically shows me if there's something that needs to be done in general, like for uni, not just for a certain subject. Then to-do list, I just put in my week 1 lectures for each subject and I put them with the appropriate tag. And then I also have a table, like it's basically, the whole thing's a table, right? Like you couldn't see that, but the whole thing's a table. It's name, subject, due date, and then status, so I can have not started, in progress, and done, so I can keep track of like what's going on. I can create views, which is basically where you like create another view, create another way to see the board, so you can do like a board, a chart, a table. When I do another table, you can like filter it out, so you can filter things that are not done. You can filter it to look at things that are for certain subject. So I've got 2 like table views that I've set up just so I can separate them. In terms of the status, if I want to see what has been done and what has not, I can also sort them or just click filter here. So anyway, that's that. And then in my actual subjects space, I have a little gallery. So this one is what my film one. This is my intro to film. Look, I am doing a first year course in like my 3rd year of uni just because I couldn't be able to do it earlier. Who cares? Okay, it's fine, doesn't matter. So this is the page. This is what it looks like so far. I've just got my schedule, my delivery, and what term it is, and then my assessment schedule, so that I know roughly what they expect of me before I go into it and I can be mentally prepared, because uni comes at you like a shark, and if you don't know what's happening, because you'll be messing around until like week 2 or 3, and then by the time week 3 hits, they're like, oh, in 2 weeks you have an assessment. And you'll be like, what? But when you do this, if you actually look through the course outline first, you can be prepared. And then I've also got a link to the course info page, and then I just keep track of my grades here. Not like I've ever really done that. And then specific to-dos for the subject. And then same thing for, this is my marketing subject. Yes, my major. I love doing my major subjects. So that's basically it. So this is my home screen. She looks beautiful now. I love the way, I love her work. And then this is my school with my Notion whole setup. She's also beautiful and I love her so much. So that's pretty much it. That's all. That's everything. I hope that you guys enjoy watching this like digital reset for my Mac, because I feel like it's very different from when you digital reset your phone. I think this Notion template came from Brianna Kwan, I think. So if you want to find this Notion template, I'm pretty sure there are some out there. I don't want to link it as my own because it isn't, so I'd recommend just look for one. But yeah, I'm sorry because I don't know who it belongs to and I'm not going to distribute it under my name. So yeah, let this be a reminder to go and clean out your laptop, because it is probably very, very bad from last year. So if you're looking for more videos about digital declutter, go ahead and check out my phone one. If you haven't decluttered your phone yet, go check it out. And also if you need a little bit more motivation to be productive and to be studying a little bit harder this year, I've got some productive vlogs as well, so you can go check those out. Anyway, I love you very much. Thank you guys for watching and I will see you guys in another video. Bye!